All right, hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning into Young Money Investments for this three-part Sunday Stock Talk video. This is going to be a different format than what I've normally done in weeks past. This Sunday Stock Talk is going to be broken down into three different videos. These are going to be my top three plays of the week. These are going to be positions that I'm either in right now, and actually all of them are ones that I'm currently in that I might take a little bit larger position in as time goes on. So as we've already talked, we've talked about eBay. That is one of the positions that I got in on Friday that I see a lot of good value in terms of doing a swing trade. We've talked a little bit about Caterpillar as well. That's one that I've been in for several weeks now in terms of a swing trade, and I took a fairly large position in that. The third one that we're going to talk about right now is L Brands. L Brands is a company that they are the parent company to a couple main ones that you probably would know. First one being Bath and Body Works. Now, Bath and Body Works is a great company that you probably have heard of. Bath and Body Works sells a lot of hand soaps. They sell candles. They sell like all that froofy girl stuff that actually even guys like to. I mean, it smells pretty good. My mom's definitely got me some stuff like that before from Bath and Body Works. And it is good stuff. Bath and Body Works is doing very well. Now, the recent sell-off that L Brands had was due to some financials with Victoria's Secret. L Brands is really doing good, and I think the market has oversold off L Brands right now, and they are just not the PE right now is like at a 9.6, a 9.6 on L Brands, guys. The company shouldn't be at a 9 PE right now. That just is not, like, it's unfathomable. But L Brands has done very well. Like I said, Bath and Body Works has had a 10% gain in sales year over year from the previous quarter or the previous year when these earnings were reported. Victoria's Secret did see a slight sell-off. I believe they were only profitable by 1%. A lot of that gain, though, the only reason they were actually still profitable was because of their online retailing business. The in-store business was actually at a negative and actually was at a deficit, so they were actually losing money year over year compared to where they were at a year before. They've had issues, over the past year. L Brands, though, like I said, and Victoria's Secret in general, the management does need to figure this out right now. The management does need to go after those repeat customers. I think they're a little misguided. But in terms of, like I said, value on this company, I do see a great short-term swing trade. So not so much relying on fundamentals, but using some of those and also the chart patterns is where I see finding a nice little percent gain. We're seeing a return on this investment, but L Brands, like I said, is going to be a good little swing trade for me. I got into it a little bit more on Friday and watched as it had a nice little 3% slide off. So let's zoom in. Let's get in on this chart pattern here and take a look at L Brands. So if you have looked at L Brands and if you've watched any of my videos previously, you know that I am a big long-term believer in L Brands. Now, I do see a lot of value because of where it's trading at currently. If you look at it year over year, this is just the 180-day chart. If you look at it on the 1-day, 1-year chart, you'll notice that it had highs up here of 63%, and it has definitely had quite the sell-off. We're sitting down here at about 31, so we're looking at about 50% off values of where it was at about 6 months ago. I do see it being definitely oversold, though. Going back to the 180-day chart here on L Brands, and not being so macro focused, but being a little bit more micro focused, you'll notice that it has had quite the consolidation over the last little bit. You can see where it consolidated before down here at this 31.60 price range. You can see where it recently had touched this as well again as it had started its uptrend pattern. And you can see where it's trading in between these support lines as well, right in here, and then it had that bounce. So you could have been playing this on a short-term day trade or swing trade if you've noticed and kind of followed this stock a little bit. Then it had earnings, and this is where it really, really, really sold off very hardcore. You'll notice that it tried to break up. I think this EMA line acted as resistance and actually kept it down and trended it back down. Part of the other issue right here was that this was on Friday. It was a red day in the market. Everything was really down. The volume, obviously being Friday, volume is normally down. But with a lot of the political news and that kind of stuff, that's what caused, I think, a lot of this sell-off going on. Now, as you can see previously, with all of this support, buying in right here is a great buying opportunity. I personally bought in several different times throughout the day on Friday. I bought in um, several different times. I bought 50 shares at 31.75. I bought 25 shares at 31.76. I bought 100 shares at 31.90. Another 100 shares at 31.96. I bought another 300 shares at 31.90 previously, and then on July 16th, I had bought at 31.56. So I had bought in right here at the bottom on July 16th. And if I would have sold out of this, that's the crazy thing. If I would have just sold maybe a couple days later, I would have had a nice little 14% return. But the thing is with that, I only bought in 50 shares, only spent $1,578. So I mean, even at that, yes, it's not a bad return. I mean, what is 1578 times, let's say, a return of 0.14? That's still a $220 return. I mean, I could have been happy with that, and then I would have watched it slide back down. I could have, potentially got back in it. But like I said, see long-term value, and I just saw value in buying on this dip here. Well, again, I'm getting that opportunity once more to get into L Brands for a discounted price. I like where the RSI has been selling off so much. I like buying in when the RSI is that low. I'm a big believer in RSI in the RSI indicator, and using that as kind of my barometer in terms of what I want to do. Using obviously some of the value investor techniques, looking at some of the fundamentals of these companies, the PEs, the 10Ks, the 10Qs, earnings and things like that, because those are things that are affecting the stock price. Those are things that are affecting the stock here. But as you can see, if you're able to get in on this, even if you get in right here at the EMA, let's say you don't get in, absolutely at the price you want, but let's say you get in here, you're looking at a nice potential trade of about 4.5%, 4.95%-ish. And then if you are wanting to stay in it longer, as I will, you're looking at about a 13% potential for profit. If you're able to write it up here, you're looking at about a 17, maybe even 18% return on this. So I see a lot of value in terms of buying it where we are at right now. I don't see any reason, we're going to have a big market crash or anything like that. I definitely am a little bit over leveraged, I think, in my position currently than what I would like to be. So would I necessarily say that I'm trading smart right now? That's questionable. I think I'm getting a little bit greedy right now because I see so many good deals in the market right now. Skyworks Solution is a company that I see a long-term value in for several years. Toll Brothers, another one, they are really down right now as well. FedEx would be a great buy right now as well if you're looking for long-term buys. I bought in some more Tesla as well. Tesla is not a long-term position. That's kind of my spec stock that I trade right now, and I really do like that. Obviously, it's, if you look on my computer screen, I am definitely, if I can actually close this, a big Tesla fan. You got the Model 3 right there. Which should be coming here fairly shortly between October and December. So I see L Brands, though, like I said, being a good buy. A lot of those companies I just mentioned are some other really good buys right now. But in terms of what I really see value in, it's Caterpillar, it's eBay, it's L Brands as well. I'm trying to think of any other ones that I'm currently, wanting to recommend, or ones that I would maybe say, hey, look at these companies right now. Eli has done me well. Eli was up 1.96% yesterday, or Friday, pardon me. I had added an extra 100 shares, July 16th, I added an extra 100 shares at $18.59. Not adding a massive amount, just about an $1,850 addition to Eli because of the sell-off that it has had. I think that's about it, everybody. That's everything that I really wanted to go over. I hope these 3 videos and kind of breaking it up will be great for you. I know my other videos have been getting kind of long, and so I like watching shorter videos. That's my preference in YouTube videos. I love these new Knock Your Way to the Top shirts. These are legit, and I'm getting tan. Getting dark out there working. I'm trying to think what else. I just thought maybe this video style would be a little bit better. If you have questions, if you have, if you have a bullish thesis on L brands, if you have a bearish thesis, leave those down in the comment section, please. I'd love for some of my other followers to maybe interact with some of y'all. I'd love you to leave those messages and those comments. That way we can get a little bit more of a dialogue going. This channel is meant to be a community. It's meant to help teach, promote, help folks learn, and help folks grow and obviously make money. And so that's the goal of this channel. Please, like I said, keep working hard, keep trading hard. Any questions, like I said, I'm here to answer. I'm here to help. So thank you so much for tuning into Young Money Investments. Hope y'all have a great day and stay green this week. Take care. Bye.